Hey guys, it's Brian. We're back. Some more Danganronpa, a game that I feel like I would categorize as not my type of game, and yet I'm having a good time with this one. That said, of course, I left last time with a perfectly cool, sweethearted character, now brutally murdered and put on display, just, for extra fun. So that's where we're at. It occurred to me last night, I haven't talked to Rob about this yet, I'm sure we'll end up talking during the week. I just decided to record doing this because, I was surprised. Like, I did Super Meat Boy by myself, I thought, because everybody knows that game. And it's old, and it's been forgotten, and I was going into it blind, and, people can see and laugh. I wasn't planning on doing this one. It wasn't something I sought to do. It was just a recommendation. And I only said, maybe I should record myself doing this because of two reasons. One, unbeknownst to me, this is a known title. And two, because I was always in the back of my head thinking I was getting punked by my buddy again. And maybe he kind of did. This game threw me for a loop. Just go back to that first episode. I kept thinking it was all kinds of different things. But now I wish I knew ahead of time because Rob can do voices. Like, Rob could voice act. I can't. You guys are just getting me at different volumes and speeds. That's about it. That's what you're stuck with. So this would probably be more enjoyable that way. But I screwed up. It's what happens. So we're going to continue here. School life, deadly life. Chihiro died. There she is. Hanging up in the gym. Here's everybody else. There's 12 of us left. Myself included. So half of us are in here right now. Hina's missing. Celeste is missing. Actually, let me turn and look. Make sure they're not in here with us. So no. Yeah, Hina, actually, you know what? This is good. I should actually make note of this. So Hina's missing. That's one. Hifumi is missing. Who else? Toko and Taka aren't in here. So there's two I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Because Kyoko's there, Byakuya's there, Sakura, Amando, and of course Chihiro. Shoot, I have to look because I'm forgetting somebody. Leon is gone. Oh, Hiro. Yeah. Man, this guy. Something's rubbing me wrong about him, and I think it's just his chill way of being, which is weird because that's kind of who I am in life. I guess I don't want the competition. Sayaka has passed away, so to speak. Junko was killed. Oh, wait. I must have counted wrong. Okay. So yeah, that's it. So this is the start of the investigation. There was a body announcement, which apparently happened before, but off screen. So I think, we need the file, right? He gives us a file, or he did last time. Oh wait, I don't have, was it not in there last time? Well, okay, let's... For now, pay attention to the wall. What? I said it once already. There's a word written there. Oh. Hey, man. I saved. I slept. It's like more than 12 hours later. You know? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. Oh, because, yeah, doesn't look like Chihiro could have done that herself, and it looks really well written and what have you. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? Oh yeah, he was talking about the serial killer, right? I forget the name.
What?
Thank you for reminding me of the name. Also, was he in the room? I don't remember him being in the room. Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Were they all in the room here? Am I losing my mind? Okay. Man. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm losing it. Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
What?
The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. Oh, I just realized, yeah, a running theme is people I'm befriending are the ones being targeted. I don't know if that's a mechanic yet. And also, the voices that are easiest for me to do are also going as well. Damn it. What is it now? Toko? Why are you yelling at Toko? Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Oh, she faints at the sight of blood. Toko was the last to arrive, and now... Oh, they were all arriving. Okay, I'm not crazy. I told you! Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. Why? Why? Oh, I thought she was fainting right then. Instead, she's freaking out. Now she fainted. Good dunk. She fainted. That did not sound good. Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Again, I just brushed my teeth right before doing this, which actually makes this harder. Note for the future. Are you okay? Come on, wake up. Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh.
So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. Oh, you're right. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction. I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. Wow. Okay, in no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. We're not going to let you see any of that. Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Kiahaha? I don't know what kiahaha is. That was weird. That was weird, right? Whoa, is that... She's not, She's the one who sort of, like, stumbles on her words, isn't she? Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? I don't understand this reaction from her.
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No. Everything's fine. At least the stutter. That's what I can think of. Stutter's all gone. Why are you laughing like that?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? She totally ignored me. Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Oh God, here we go. Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. I really don't have it today. Not that I had it before. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us? Another one of us killed? A fellow classmate? What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls. You know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Excuse me? Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
I didn't expect that. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? Oh yeah, the file I was looking for. I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
Please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really got to do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends? Having to suspect all our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too.
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
Do you want to die?
Such.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now. Go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object.
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. I should tell you guys something that I've been doing. If you haven't noticed it, I'm sorry if it's annoying. I have a real problem with the way things are written in video games with text where they feel it's necessary to overuse people's names. So like when you hear us doing a show, me and Rob together, I might say Rob sometime. He might say Brian sometimes, but it's not every other sentence is Rob, hey, or hey, Rob, or isn't that right, Rob? Because we're intelligent enough to infer who's talking to who most of the time. Game writing, for some reason, they feel like they don't have that, that us players, I guess, don't have that level of intelligence. You can pretty much guess who's talking to who and about what, yet they still just constantly put the name in unnaturally. We just don't talk that way. So that's why I've been skipping the name sometimes. Sorry if it's bothering anybody. If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it, this bastard. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Boy, the power of this guy. Am I right?
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
For now, Taka and me are going to drop Toko off at her room. Nice. I'm going to get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Toot sweet. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. She's weird. I don't like her. That's true. Okay, she's right, but she's still weird. I still don't like her. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Now we're investigating. There's the investigation music. Might be that or the Monokuma Theater music, I think might be my favorite, those two songs. Anyway, first of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. Okay, not too far from the time. I think Sayaka was 1:30. So this means Chihiro wasn't in her room at night. Well, I mean, we assume. Although I saw her and Celeste in the hallway, didn't I? And they were both acting weird. Celeste, I remember, kind of scared me when I turned around. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object, and she was killed instantly. Okay. Huh. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Monokuma File 2. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So, what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Oh, how nice of you.
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solved? You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant asshole way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened. You got enlisted. But it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. All right, now we'll examine the body. Although, shouldn't one of the ladies do it? I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Okay, did I actually see anything on her?
There. What?
Okay, weird. Let's look at the words again. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. So actually let me do this real fast. Oh yeah, there's blood on the poster. Well, let's check out this dumbbell. This looks important. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Really? Because those dumbbells could have been moved, and I'm noticing blood here, which is not below Chihiro, and there's a break in that blood. There's blood down her shoes, so yeah, I don't know. What I'm looking at says it could be a bunch of things. Let's look at this blood. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. And there's also some on the poster, too. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Oh, great, that was pretty much everything I just said. I'm guessing we have to talk to everybody. So, Kyoko. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Hey, I'm doing it, jerk. Sakura? I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. Yeah, she was talking about wanting to be tougher, or stronger or something. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. I guess I should stop just interjecting my thoughts if that's going to be the next line. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up, so I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Huh. Alright, well, so... Of the ladies, Kyoko doesn't really talk about fitness. Celeste doesn't either, but Celeste was out with her that I saw. I don't think Toko would be one that would be really anybody would want to have happen with, but still. Dude, I had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. At this point, I would like to point out that these are not my opinions. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Maybe she felt bad about me getting my ass flown across the room in the first day. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Are there any clues in here? So, this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh, were those card things we could check before? I don't remember that. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that and then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
did you call for me?
Wait, Byakuya summoned Monokuma? Has he been domesticated, right?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
What's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
The killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. What does he mean? I don't know what he means. Uh-huh. Right. No. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I'm looking for the newer stuff. Right. Loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Oh. Oh. Okay, this case may be harder than I thought. Loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. It doesn't say anything about taking somebody else's. Look. I'm kind of mad I didn't catch that earlier. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Oh, I was thinking more along the lines of stealing. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so...
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
I'm being...
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. I almost didn't say that word. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self. Wow. All right.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. Yeah, why the main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Okay. We came to the main hall for reasons. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? I guess so. So, door, guns, cameras, monitors, trophy case. All there was here was this mailbox. Which still doesn't look like a mailbox to me. Could there be something inside? Oh, we didn't check it. Oh. It looks like several e-handbooks. Yeah, there's 3 of them. What are 3 handbooks doing here? So, you finally found them. Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. Oh, well that's going to make things difficult. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Mizono. You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. It just happened. I don't need the flashback. Yeah, now I understand. So there's handbooks there.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right? Oh, you know what? I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Should have only been a second at most for you guys, hopefully. Sorry about that. Okay, so then the one that won't turn on of the e-handbooks must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. So he didn't have a handbook on him when that happened, huh? Yeah, I really don't want to see a dude get killed again. Oh, there was different text there. I thought it was just going to be a repeat of something. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising. Oh, they were talking about what I was just saying. That's happening a lot. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey!
Now I'm really angry!
Yikes, he's really angry. What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental. A super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure. Oh, they said that earlier, didn't they? And it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
It's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Well, okay, that's a loose end, though. We're assuming that this is Leon's because that would be one of the 3 handbooks put in there by this point. But we gotta, like, Schrodinger's cat this, right? Like, who else knows that that's where these are going? Because it is suspicious that Byakuya found that out so well. However, we can assume it's Leon's. I don't think we can say for sure it is. Hard to say. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Yeah, how could that be? What are you talking about, Bear? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? I feel like that is like 3 most common words of me on this site. Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. How does it not matter? Something about it still bothers me, too. So now we know there's a broken e-handbook. Okay, then. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. What? Where are you? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. but words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. What? What do you mean? Oh.
Don't make me
Was show. Oh. Aha. I forgot about that little facet of the reaction things. There's another line afterwards. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Does something like that really exist? Hey, you two, from some voice, it's Hina. Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play.
We're busy, leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me. What is going on? This is a serious emergency. You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? It's an emergency. What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Thank you. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. That's Junko's room. Do I have to talk to you first?
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Okay, I'm gonna kick this dude right in the nads. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Oh, Hina's over here. At least she didn't scare me when I saw her out of the side. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff like,
That's fine.
we should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Oh, wait, it's this way. May as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Hi, Sweaty. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
what?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Okay, she's talking normal again.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? Is she scared of what Byakuya has been saying? But she wasn't even there. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think this serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why she's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? I'll try again. Oh, no. It's not me. Toko? She has a thing for you. You think you could ask her? Come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You gonna talk to her? Wow. I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
what do you want?
Trick or treat. You're all so annoying. Bacula? What?
It's Byakuya.
Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. I don't know what's happening. Like, this is getting weird. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, what was she talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. And I called out to him, and I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. Library? The library. Come on, let's go in. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Dunk, 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 dunk. What should I just talk to you? Hey, why is the thing unplugged? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Wasn't there an extension cord here? There are no clue. Hold on. Excuse me. My second tongue got in the way. Oh, can I finally go into this freaking room? If I remember, on the other side of this door, I don't remember, 'cause we never went in. Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here? Yeah, where else are you thinking, Makoto? Move. Slowing us down, man. This game's long enough. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust,
So
too.
in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. There's a lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw. Wait, wasn't there one already in there?
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Why are you getting defensive? It's a lamp. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Why would something like that be here? Here's some boxes of crap. An empty wooden box. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. It almost looks like a power strip. Maybe that was the extension cord? I don't know. I wonder what it was. Okay. Again, asked and answered. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. I don't need the backstory on the extension cord. It's an extension cord. So many files stuffed. Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the... Oh, do you pronounce that Diet? Is that like Japanese Congress or something like that? I don't know. No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Where are we going in this story? If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. What else is the books? Oh, there's a secret camera. No coins. Is there a secret monitor? There's no monitor, though. I can see at least. Oh, yeah, books behind him. Ton of thick files. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. That's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they have actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You can't even read this English. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. When did you have time to do this? You saying you've read all these documents and more than once? All this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. Just a reminder to those watching at home, we're supposed to be investigating a murder. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. But nobody would know this stuff other than from these reports? Like, I feel like he's pointing the finger at himself here. So that's why I don't know that I believe this is the case. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Gross. Different. Change the word, please. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse... Oh, I've been recalling her corpse a lot. Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Do I have to really... About that case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. My God, the print is so small when I hold it this far from my face. No wonder they couldn't solve these cases. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. I hope I got at least one of those names right. Oh good, there's more names. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono. Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. Yeah, but they're all stabbed to the wall with those scissor things. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way, and at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Oh my God. The font on this page is just as small as the last one. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Wouldn't everybody else with, your average 9-to-5 job also be available at those times? No wonder why these cases are cold. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. What? Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Oh. She won't let him take control. Really? That chick is Genocide Jack? Yeah, or video games. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Okay. All right, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business there, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. As usual, he turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. And I also forgot how to read. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Didn't have to say that one at least. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like it was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. So Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro? And that murderous fiend is one of us? But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. I need to slow down my talking when my reading isn't going as fast. Okay. Yes, we're going back here. Kyoko is like a detective. Let's see if she, because she was poking around the body quite a bit there, but she didn't have much to say like she did the first time around, so. Oh, hey, Hifumi, what are you up to? Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Oh.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence, what did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh, yeah. Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile, too. Really, what did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait. Was that a clue to a split personality thing? Okay. Let's look at Chihiro again. Okay, yeah, that's not going to change. Sakura, anything new?
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially... Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Forgiveness.
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beat. What? To do such a thing. Okay, I would have written that as what wretched beast would do such a thing. They're saying what a wretched beast to do such a thing. It's just the writing thing. I cannot forgive this. Kyoko, do you have any info? Have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Where are you going? Yeah, we got Byakuya talking about how, oh, he's going to rule the world someday, and you're just what, going to do your hair? Come on, what is with you people?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. Yeah. Oh, yeah, concentrate on the murder. What good advice for some people in this school. Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Ooh, what does that mean? Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Okay, so now that brings up that loose end again. So we have one that can't be turned on, right? And we're assuming it was, up to this point, we could only assume it was Leon's because it was with Sayaka's and Junko's. Chihiro's is missing. So now if we have to update that loose end to make it a looser end, is the broken handbook Leon's? Or is it now Chihiro's? So Monokuma told us you can't just break these things, but it has a weak point. We were thinking Leon's was broken because of the baseball attack that killed him. what if instead Chihiro broke hers? So the question is how? And all I can think is that Chihiro's the programmer. Maybe she was trying to mess around, like do her voice recognition stuff to it. But I mean, it just means we just don't know which one that one we can't turn on is. We just don't. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. That's the cord. That's not rope, that's the cord. And it's not scissors like Genocide Jack's thing. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. This rope has a plug. Yeah, I recognize the double cable. So then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. Yes, and she's got blood going down her leg, but no blood spot below her. There's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? So we got an update to the status of the dead body. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay. Are you doing anything, Mondo?
Yeah.
Nope, you're just repeating your line about that stuff. You are certainly not helpful. There's still one more thing I need to check. What? Oh, this. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood, just like in all those other Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Okay, that didn't help me any. What do you want me to specifically click so that I can leave? There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. There's a big blood stain on the dumbbell on the floor. Okay, we're still saying that. And then there's the poster. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. Yeah. A girl's locker room... yeah, I said this before. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. I'm guessing Monokuma was just like, this is the only poster I've got. Oh, now I can leave. Which thing did I select that mattered? So I don't think you can proceed forward without having gotten all the evidence. So I think the game all comes down to the trial. That's just me speculating, though. Truth bullets. I was supposed to look at the Genocide Jack file again. Uh-huh. Okay, I just noticed something else here. You know, I don't know anything from anything, but it certainly seems like all the victims of Genocide Jack were dudes. And I'm starting to think that our little authorina is the one with the split personality, and she's Genocide Jack, which could be, you know, she wrote that romance book. I don't know, there's some tenuous connections there. I think it's pointing me to go back to... I'm sure there must still be more left waiting for me to discover. Here? I looked at these. Oh, wait, so yeah, I got to think about that too, right? I don't want that to go away from my head, is that now we found there's a way around keeping boys out of the girls and girls out of the boys. Because it's based specifically on the handbook. Do I have to go in here? I do, apparently. Oh, I didn't come in here yet. Somebody shit on the floor. Wait. What the hell? It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Wait, what? How do rooms just get moved? No, you don't have to point this out to me, game. I understand. You're saying that, yeah, the posters I don't think have been switched because the carpet would have. But how, okay, so hang on. Is the killer a dude instead? Somehow killed. Could have put Chihiro in the girls' locker room using Chihiro's handbook. I don't. Huh. I'm a little confused by that. I just assumed the same poster was in both out of laziness. So wait, what is this then? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Yeah, okay. That confused me. I have no idea what to make of that. Oh my god, what am I missing? No clues left. That's what I'm saying. Is that a life preserver? Was that there the whole time? Oh, well. I didn't get that before. What does it want me to click on? Do I have to talk to Hiromi again? No, that's the same stuff as before.
Well,
Okay, now can I leave? Okay. Do I have to go into the pool? Hang on, let me go into the pool. Because it's letting me go into here, but it also let me get out of here, so... No? What should I be looking at? Should I be looking at that locker? Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Guess not. Good. So glad you made me come here. What am I coming over here for? Yeah, so I can leave the pool. So I'm missing something in the women's locker room, right? Or wait, hang on. Let me mouse over these lockers and stuff. No. Wait, why is this still up? No, it's just about the stain. Okay. I guess I gotta go back in the girls. What did I not click on in there? I talked to Mondo, I talked to Sakura. Kyoko left. Byakyo's out. Oh, do I have to look at this poster again? Really strange. In the boys' locker room, a popular boy band, and in the boys' locker room, a swimsuit model. Ha! Whoops. Somebody messed up. That's supposed to say, in the boys' locker room, a popular boy band, and in the girls' locker room, a swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Do I have to look at Chihiro again? No, that's the... Right, no, we've been through that. Okay, maybe it was just the posters. Let me leave again here. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna look this up because I'm getting real ticked off now. I was having a good time and this game's starting to tick me off with not just letting me move on. Okay, so luckily I found a spoiler-free little, like, step-by-step guide thing, and I found this part. It was all in order, so luckily I haven't had anything spoiled for me, because I have accidentally done that to myself before on games. I was supposed to go back in the girls. I was supposed to talk to Sakura again, which I don't think that was all super clear. He says, I remember him saying somewhere like, I should talk to somebody who's familiar with these locker rooms, but I don't know, that just didn't register for anything for me. So we're back on track. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. How did everything get switched? A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking right now. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with? Okay. Okay, now I think I can leave this area. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. I think I wanted to go back here. Because I think I need to tie the cord into this. Figuratively, not literally. So, look at that. Uh-huh, no. So what about... Okay. This. The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Huh. So... Everything is trying to point, I feel like, to Byakuya. He seems... Him and Toko. So here's the deal. Okay. He seems the most aware of the Genocide Jack stuff. Until he told me, nobody else knew anything about how that person kills. Split personality, that seems to fit two clues we've got. We've got one for Celeste, which is me just really sort of extrapolating from the weirdness of Hifumi being like, she's there, but not there. And then you've got Toko acting nuts. So I think they're trying to say one of those two. However, one of those, Toko, already has a connection with Byakuya, and she mentioned something about a promise that Byakuya would not tell us about. And now this ties into there. Sakura is giving details. Well, let's go through the list real fast, because I feel like we're almost done with this investigation. Which also means we're almost done with this episode. So I want to look at the report card here. So he's been strangely absent from it, which is suspicious, but at the same time suspicious without anything that I can tie to him specifically. You know, obviously we already talked about that. He's kind of suspicious too. For somebody who's super gung-ho about everything, he is suddenly introspective the one and only time he's even willing to talk. I don't see anything with Hifumi on this one. He's too busy chasing Celeste. This guy, Werewolf of Hope's Peak here. I don't trust him still, but... And he has been absent quite a bit, but I gotta go to the Taka rule there. No, so I'm starting to develop this specific feeling about her. I feel like, so obviously you're playing a fish out of water character, just normally what you have to do. I feel like she's sort of reflective of you. I'm finding it very hard to think of her ever being a suspect of anything. I can't really explain why I feel that way, but there's something, and we don't know her ultimate yet, but the way she asks questions, the way she approaches the investigations, which is where you see her the most. You don't see her much socially. And she's wearing a trench coat. I feel like her thing is she's the ultimate detective. In which case, the mastermind maybe have made a bad move by making her, you know, one of us victims here. Hina comes off as really innocent to me. So I don't think so. And we already talked about her. Sakura, I mean, you're thinking gym. It's the girls' gym. But I feel like if Sakura had... for one, I've also got the innocent feeling for Sakura as well. Sakura seems way too up on honor. You know what I mean? But in addition, like, why would you mention the stain? Why would you go out of your way to give those details instead of covering things up? It was kind of like when I said, why would Leon switch the nameplates? And it turns out he wasn't the one who did so. Yeah, little unsure there. And then that's it. They didn't mark Chihiro as deceased yet. Let's go into here, because I think I might have to check that box again. So I don't know who it is, but I've kind of given you who I don't think it is. So when it turns out to be one of them, you guys can point and laugh at me. The box is empty. The extension cord was in here before. Why? Oh, did I want to look at the lamp? The desk lamp. Byakuya grabbed the one thing from over here and put it over there. It sure is dark over there. What is... I still don't know what they mean when they're saying that. I guess I can leave here. Are you kidding me? Was there something in there? It's letting me leave when I don't think it should be letting me leave. Alright, let's read these. Start over here. Oh wait, he was standing in front of these. Was there... I'm checking... Oh, take another look at the case file. Okay. I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that, I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. See, I know so much of this is pointing to him, and I know he's an ass, but I feel like he's also trying to play a certain way to, like, suss things out. Okay, this is gonna be stupid. Anytime I tell Rob a story, I feel bad because I will start telling the story and then I'll have to stop myself and tell a different unrelated story and then come back to my story and marry the two concepts together. So I'm gonna do that here. I vaguely remember watching House MD, and you know, if you don't know what that show is, it doesn't matter. At one point, the titular character, he fools a guy into admitting to the guy's wife that he had cheated on her. And the way he did it was the doctor came up with some nonsense about getting an STD from a public toilet. And the wife was like kind of skeptical of that, but like a doctor's telling her that it can happen. And the husband, who was totally like, I've never cheated in my life, every time the doctor was asking him, was like going along like, hey, the doctor said this must be what happened. And it was kind of his way of being like, look at what he's doing. Look how hard and he's going on this BS story that I'm feeding him just to protect his innocence. I feel like Byakuya is doing something different. I feel like Byakuya wants to point things towards him. I don't think he missed the scissors and the electrical, not tape, cord. I think he's smart enough not to miss that, right? So why is he suddenly hiding some of these things and moving things around and bringing me there? I think he's actually trying to suss out somebody else. If we start talking about this evidence and start linking it to Byakuya, I betcha he wants him and Makoto to be like, look at this person over here who is just jumping on top of this and not questioning it at all, like they're gonna get away with something. Okay, so now that I've put that out there, I looked at that, so I think we can leave. Put that out there. We'll see. When I'm wrong, again, you can just laugh at me. That's all you can do. I don't know where to go. We've been up and down everywhere. Oh, the map shows little clue areas, right? So archive in library. Cool. Yep, we've been in those 3 places. Oh, right. The dining hall too, huh? Okay. You know what? Instead of walking there, let's shimmy ya, shimmy yay. There we go. All right. Oh, that's the bath. That's not where I eat. Okay, so Hina, what are you doing? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm going to head back as soon as I'm done eating. You could have taken the food with you. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course? Yeah, I thought you were like super fit. There's 2 things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Not on my wall, but I'm sure that belongs on somebody's wall. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. I did, and it got her killed. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with other than me?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura did say something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Huh. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the... Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to go through something. I just had a weird idea. And you guys are just stuck as I semi-silently read through these. Uh-huh. Okay. I got a real stupid idea. I still don't understand the room thing here. I'm sorry for dragging this episode out. I have a really strange thought, though. And just like I said, I have to use another story to kind of explain this one. I guess now that I think about it, I guess I just conversate about ideas I have like they handled Slumdog Millionaire, huh? How he got every answer right. So here's the thing. I am a huge fan of what I call... I kind of call it the pulled punch roundhouse kick. It's the name I gave it. I'm sure there's a better name. But it's when you're writing something and you get people to think something's going to happen. You carry it through as if that something was going to happen. And then you pull the rug out from under them and it doesn't happen. Only to then have that scenario come up again. And because it didn't happen the first time, we're kind of immune to thinking it's going to happen this time, and then they do it. So I've got a video game example. Final Fantasy VII, Temple of the Ancients. You go through that long melodramatic thing with, I say it this way. I don't know what the right way to say it is. Ketchi, the cat riding the Moogle. In the Temple of Agents, sacrificing its body to solve the puzzles and get the black materia. Long drawn out, melodramatic goodbye. Only for a minute later, a new body to show up and be like, hey guys, it's me. And you're kind of like, oh yeah, of course. Of course they wouldn't kill a character. And then the very next segment leads to the killing of a different character, right? I don't want to. I'm sure there's some people who still have not actually, especially younger guys, have not played that story yet. I don't know what Square's doing with these remakes. I haven't played any of them yet, so I don't know if they're keeping that or not. But I'm a big fan of that. And this sentence that just came up, this right here. Talking about gender, because so this whole chapter has really been heavily gender specific. There's the boys' locker room, the girls' locker room. What would you expect in a boys' locker room? What would you expect in a girls' locker room? A super strong guy, a super strong girl. A girl talking about wanting to be strong. A guy saying how girls tend not to be strong. Like, there's been a lot of things here that have been so gender specific, right? And so I then see these two lines from Hina. Why is it weird that a girl would shy away from girls but talk to boys? Because generally speaking, especially, you know, as a kid, girls talk around girls more, guys talk around guys more. Earlier in the game, when it started and you were introduced to Sakura, I remember saying, I wasn't sure, but I think Sakura is a she because that's what I think the name Sakura is. And then afterwards, I think I found out you could like hide the text box and, oh yeah, Sakura is wearing a skirt. I was going to make a joke at the time that I get from wrestling, which is real men wear skirts. And, you know, I just love the guys that had that on their t-shirts. I can't remember them now. Headbangers. But then later on, I think it was Taka who referred to Sakura as a man, only to be correct and say, no, I'm a woman. The crazy idea all of this is leading to is that, is it possible that Chihiro is trans? I don't know. Please don't write to me and say, Brian, you're the dumbest idiot in the world. Because it's weird influences like that just kind of, that came to me. And what Mondo was saying to Chihiro, which now I don't know whether to say he or she, would drive Chihiro to want to become stronger and explain this social interaction. Oh, I just remember, didn't Makoto at one time also point out that he felt like I remember making fun of him, I think, actually, for saying, oh, you know, boys are usually programmers, not girls. And I was like, that's sexist or whatever. I don't know. Stupid idea. Again, this is all just leading for a nice, big, old laugh at Brian at the end of this. Because also at this very moment, my detective skills are so good that all the evidence is pointing to somebody, and I'm saying, nah, it's not them. So take it for what it's worth. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, maybe Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Spoiling her. Never really saw her as that kind of girl. Oh God, I'm so wrong, aren't I? When you're introduced to Chihiro, Makoto says like she had a male following. The engineering team is not going to remove any of my blather. I'm screwed. Man, I wanted to start doing this YouTube channel with Rob because playing video games and spending time on talking and putting them up would be fun. Just makes me look like a real dumbass is all it does. I promise I'm at least average intellect. Or I shouldn't say at least, at most. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Who's somebody pick these up? Look, I'm mad now. Let's talk about somebody else. Who's leaving cans on the floor? Okay. What are you doing, weirdo? I thought you said, what are you doing, weirdo, on here too? What are you doing? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels. Because you need towels to live life. There's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? Can please somebody else worry about the murder?
Fortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well. I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. Oh, really?
indeed.
Chihiro was by the warehouse when we ran into her at the nighttime, right? Yeah, hey, this was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Wait, what was that conversation? I missed what the point of that was. I'm sorry. What are you doing out this late? Are you planning to go exercise perhaps? What? How did you know? Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying. Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. What do you mean? Oh, you're right. Thanks. Like, what? Why are you saying thanks? You're just saying you're right. Huh. Weird. I don't quite get what I was supposed to get out of that. I guess that just kind of confirms what we thought was that she was indeed going to the gym, right? But Celeste is seeing her alone. Sakura felt sure she would come here with somebody. Right? Somebody was sure of that. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. The nighttime rule is just about where you sleep, isn't it? If she hadn't broken our rule, our rule. Okay, you're right. None of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Weird. So apparently she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is there was no trace of the jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Where did she put that stuff? The only time there was an open locker was in the locker room to the bathhouse. She wouldn't change there and then go up to the second floor. That doesn't make any sense. So it would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh, great. Who's on trash duty? Celeste's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. And here we go. Crap. I don't think I'm ready to solve this yet. Huh. Because...
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right?
Yeah.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Oh man, I feel like I'm in a bad spot right now. I felt like I was in a better spot with the first one of knowing how everything all went. So I've got my whole dumb Byakuya theory going right now, which is, yeah, the evidence is pointing to him, so he couldn't have done it. Which, to be honest, it must just be a me thing, because I think I doubted it was Leon when the first thing I saw was Leon's name on the wall. So I guess I should take with that it's Byakuya. But there's that whole Genocide Jack thing. And what's her face, Toko, and how she's being, which just doesn't fit too well. But that's not even the biggest mystery for me right now. The poster swap / stained carpet swap. I don't like. Are those locker rooms on a turnstile? I don't understand. And I guess that wouldn't even matter, because it's not like, well, the walls wouldn't come with them, and you've got the card readers on those walls. So I hope I can solve it during the case. Yeah, that's what you want to hear from your attorney. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to save, and we can go and end this episode already. Ahem, so is everyone ready to what? Am I blind, or are we missing someone? Are we missing? You're standing in my way.
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Ooh, good morning. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there. Let me save. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Okay, so I'm going to save. And for me, I get to move on. You guys have to wait till the next video comes up. Or if you are in the future, you can just like keep sitting around there and it'll probably just go to it next. So it's really not that big of a deal. Bye.